came into special ed so that I could try and make a difference with kids and their families. And the MOVE program has really helped me in the last few years to feel fulfilled in my job, because before they used to come in a position or in their wheelchairs, and we just put them in a position on a mat table, on the floor or something, changed their brief, and did range of motions and goals around them. Well, now they might come in their wheelchairs off the bus, but when they come in the room, wow, we got them up, they're going to the bathroom, and when you see them, they're smiling, they're happy. It's like, wow, somebody finally thought of us and they got it right.
3 years ago, I had the privilege of coming into a classroom where the primary concern was the MOVE program. Prior to coming into this classroom, I worked for 13 years in a MOCI classroom where all of the students were ambulatory. When coming in here, to say I was a little skeptical is probably an understatement. Well, coming in here, we got our students up into equipment on a daily basis, and I have seen many changes. After being up in equipment, they're learning some upper body strength and head control. And so now, rather than spending most of their morning while we're in morning circle looking at their feet, they're looking with their heads up and engaging with their peers and with us.
A part of what they do here at Woodlands, it's not just about educating, it's about teaching the kids life skills. And what is the main life skills that you learn here is to become independent. And so for Marissa, there's no greater way to be independent than to be able to move herself.
MOVE is a program that helps individuals with disabilities learn how to help themselves. It's a program that listens to the family and listens to the individual with disabilities and focuses on the needs and desires that are important to them.
We have a student that started out using a pacer gait trainer, fully loaded, all the supports he would need just to be up on his feet. Soon he was walking, and within a short period of time, he is now at a point where he is walking with just one hand to hold. That's awesome.
In the spring of 2003, Woodland Developmental Center began a journey that changed the way they looked at individuals with severe disabilities. It is also changing the way these individuals with disabilities see their world. This journey is a program called MOVE. MOVE stands for Mobility Opportunities via Education and was developed in the early 1980s by special education teacher Linda Bedabi in Bakersfield, California. A famous quote by Linda Bedabi states, "Movement is the foundation for all learning." This is exactly what Woodland has experienced.
MOVE is a program that promotes inclusiveness and participation for individuals with significant cognitive and physical disabilities. It does this by teaching functional mobility skills within the context of meaningful activities. Individuals are learning to sit, stand, walk, and transfer in order to be able to participate actively with their non-disabled peers, whether it be in the home, the school, or the community setting. These are individuals in the past who have been relegated to sitting in their wheelchairs most of the day, or lying on a mat table, or sitting in a beanbag, and being very passive in their interactions. Now, you see them up and moving, they're engaged and actively participating in their everyday life.
MOVE can be used at school, at home, or in the community. A typical day in the MOVE program consists of the individuals sitting, standing, walking, and making transitions in their natural environments. MOVE is not about equipment. However, the equipment used in the MOVE program helps give the individual the needed physical support, which assists them in participating in various activities.
For the last 26 years, I've been working with children and adults with severe disabilities. And the biggest challenge has been finding the time to actually teach skills and also to come up with goals that are measurable and achievable. And with MOVE, the second guessing is done. MOVE does it all for you. It comes up with your activities, your skills that you want to do and concentrate on during those activities, and it also comes up with your goals that are achievable. And most of our parents have had the thrill of actually having an IEP where they see that their child has achieved a goal. It's made my job easier, and it's made the students' job easier, and it's made our teaching more critical and more important.
We believe that all students deserve the opportunity to explore their environment, learn through experiences as their non-disabled peers do, and develop a sense of dignity. One of the foundations to dignity is having mobility.
The MOVE program is beneficial for a whole host of reasons. The first being that when the students are in an upright position, it helps with their digestion and overall health. The second reason why the MOVE program is so important is that it allows the students free usage of their upper extremities, which in turn helps them to develop upper extremity skills, which are so important. And in my view, the MOVE program is less about the equipment and more about what the students do once they're up in the equipment. Some of the tasks that I present to them relate to improving their fine motor or visual motor skills, and some of the examples of those type of tasks are grasp and release activities, writing their name, and also zipping their coat, which relates to their functional aspect.
After some initial training, you've got classrooms giving kids opportunities to move, whether they're sitting, they're standing, they're walking, they're transitioning up from the floor. All those things that we do as physical therapists, it's being done in multiple times more in the opportunities as what we can do therapists alone. So what it basically is doing is it's fusing what the teachers and the classroom staff and what therapists do for the benefit of the children. They're getting so much more opportunities, and with that increased opportunities, what's happening is these kids are gaining skills a whole lot faster. I mean, who wouldn't want that?
What I've noticed is that students that are severely multiply impaired, when they are placed upright in the equipment, their head comes up and people interact with them more frequently. And getting that interactive response from the students is a big thing. And so when they know that someone's talking directly to them, they're more likely to give eye contact and give some kind of response back. And then when they're out of the equipment, maybe in their chairs, they're recognizing that interaction more frequently and bringing their head up to respond to people. And that's been one of the most positive things that I've seen so far.
An individual's mobility involves not only movement, but also involves sitting, standing, and transitioning. For example, when we sit, although our body doesn't appear to be moving, our muscles are working to keep us in that position. Upright positioning, whether it is walking, standing, sitting, or transferring, involves weight bearing and improves an individual's cardiovascular fitness, bone health, body alignment, and respiratory health. Additional benefits of mobility are that as a person gains motor skills, they become easier to care for at home, at school, and in the community.
As a school nurse involved in the MOVE program, we have seen an improvement in our students' overall health. We have virtually seen an elimination of skin breakdown. We have seen less severe respiratory infections such as pneumonia. We've seen an overall improvement in our students' gastrointestinal health. The movement alone, getting them up and doing some weight-bearing activities will have an increase on their bone density, and we're seeing improvement in cardiovascular health.
The biggest area change for me in the MOVE program has been the toileting. We, in the past, used to lift the children out of the wheelchairs and lay them on a table and change them, and then pick them up and put them back in their wheelchair. Now with the MOVE program, we are teaching them mobility skills, which they're learning to stand, and they're also learning from sitting to standing, and then from standing, lowering themselves. And it's a great opportunity for all of the kids, and it's one that everyone needs to have the opportunity to do.
Through hard work and the collaborative efforts with our families, every student participating in the MOVE program has shown some achievement in their mobility skills. This has resulted in increased social skills and self-confidence. Through our students' achievements, people's perspectives and beliefs about individuals with severe physical disabilities has dramatically changed.
Garrett loves to move. He loves to boat, he loves to snowmobile. He doesn't so much like to sit. He likes to be right involved with us. He's a great little boy and he wants to have fun in life. Who would want to sit down all day if they had a chance to stand up and to get around to see what we see and to experience what we see? A few months ago I got a phone call from my son's classroom. She told me that Garrett had taken some steps in the pacer, and then she told me that he actually almost made it clear across the room, he was kind of showing off for everybody, so she brought the therapist in and the principal, and everybody was giving him a go, Garrett. She did send me a picture, and I was just so happy. It brought tears to my eyes.
She did nothing. She laid around. She didn't reach for anything, didn't attempt. Very little emotion. You didn't really get a lot of smiles or giggles or anything that you would expect. It wasn't instant, but we started to see progress. We started to see growth. More head control, simple things. Over the summer, she learned to sit up independently. And since learning to sit up, not only, she used to kind of just slouch back, now she sits up straight. She giggles, she reaches for things. You can help her stand now with support under her arms, things we never expected.
I've seen some amazing things, not just from Marissa, but from other kids as well. She belongs to a Challenger League baseball team, and a lot of the kids that are on her baseball team go to Woodlands here, and they are all part of the MOVE program. And it's amazing to see these kids, some of them a couple years ago couldn't even bear weight, now standing there and, swinging a baseball bat. And just, it's priceless to see their face light up and see that sense of accomplishment.
From an administrator's point of view, implementation of the MOVE program at our school has been an incredible benefit. First and foremost, staff safety has been incredibly improved. When children are doing some amount of weight bearing, some amount of transferring on their own, that's a lot less wear and tear on the staff and a lot less opportunity for the students to get injured while staff are assisting them in lifts. Secondly, we can show improvement on IEP goals for a group of students that sometimes that was very difficult to show, to be able to actually document and show the amount of growth when sometimes the growth appears small. But we have that data now with implementing the MOVE program. We have some good significant data that we can show improvement on student IEP goals. Lastly, I have noticed that our students' worlds have opened up for a population of individuals who basically had to wait for the world to come to them and to interact with them. They are up moving. They are doing purposeful tasks throughout the day. They are becoming more included in the school environment. They're participating, and their lives are opening up, and that happens for them at home as well. So really, implementation of the MOVE program is very, very beneficial, and I'm so glad that we got on board with it over 9 years ago.
You can't put a price tag on a child being independent and being able to achieve goals. All I can say is it's like you can't. I wish that legislators they would just not look at what's on paper, but see how this affects kids' lives, and it truly does.
The Woodland MOVE journey began with the belief that all individuals with disabilities can learn, and it is still the mainstay today. Building personal dignity is of paramount importance, and the smiles on their faces say it all.